All right. Well, that concludes my Islamic questions.
You don't have any more? That was it?
I'm sorry. I have an unquenchable, empty chalice.
I'm an open book right now. Ask me anything. I won't tell you
What's
our
your
secrets.
what's your feeling on?
Oh, I do have one.
Yeah, great.
Do you have the equivalent of a bar mitzvah?
Oh.
I know.
No.
I'm saying you.
No.
He was raised Muslim. He's not. That's your personal private business, whether you're secular or whatever. But you were raised in a.
We don't have like a ceremony like that where you go from like being a kid to an adult. That's
Right.
like we don't have that.
So Christians have confirmation. Then you got the bar mitzvah. That's 13. The bat mitzvah, which I'm told is pronounced bat mitzvah.
Yeah, it's bat mitzvah if it's Bruce Wayne.
And.
Later.
What am I leaving out?
At the temple.
Bruce Weinstein.
I think Wiccans have a thing when you turn 13. It's called the twisted root of Hades.
Well, I also feel like, that's a fun one. I've been to one of those. I feel like women naturally have menarche, which the first period. That's like a very like obvious like before and after that I don't think we celebrate enough. We should. I was pandering a little bit, but it's okay. But boys, like, we don't have like an equivalent of that because most Christians don't. A lot of Christians I know don't have confirmation. I think boys need a boys to men.
We do.
I think they need.
It's
like a
so
ceremony.
hard to say goodbye.
Well, yeah, I mean, we spread it all out, and I think that's about state control. I think that the axis of power between fathers and sons is such non-governmental power.
You guys are free to leave right now if you want.
Am I?
I think they want us spreading it between like, I get drunk on prom night, I wrestle with you on the kitchen floor, but not really. Like, it doesn't end with someone being circumcised. Not if you do it right.
That's true.
I think isn't it capitalism? Like capitalism wants
That's
everyone
what
to be
I'm saying.
babies.
Yeah, it's like.
But that's different than state control, right?
Well, we come from a capitalist state. Like it's a big ball of money that says like in God we trust on it. Like it's like it wants you sucking on that titty for your entire life, and then it wants to just tell you that being old costs money, and then it just watches you die. And meanwhile, it tells your kids, you're millennials, you hate old people. They're like, we do, and they told the old people, like, you know what really matters? Race. And then they tell the kids, you know what matters? They tell the next generation, you know what matters? Racism. And then they tell the next generation, you know what matters? Kind of race. Like, and then everyone's like, how come every 30 years we're just told that we all hate each other? It's all money.
But
Because they don't want...
in that same vein, don't you think that capitalists, like, wouldn't we then have more like, they want to like market like
Hallmark.
parties and cards and exactly.
Yeah.
They want to
You
have
think they
like.
would come out. Well, that's just the innocent face. That's what you're able to trace. Like, that you'd think we'd have like 11sies and you're turning 12-arama, like that we. But
You sound like the creepiest uncle in the world right now.
come in my van for a 12-arama.
Because I think like first wet dream for a young man should be like a
I
celebration.
haven't gotten a wet dream.
I've never had a wet. I've never had a wet dream.
That's
great.
If you did a preemptive strike, if you know what I mean, then you don't get a wet dream.
Oh, that's
But-
a bummer.
Let's say I go for weeks and I don't do any preemptive strikes. I've never woken up.
There's no way you've gone weeks.
Right.
I mean, look at you.
Yeah. Look at you. You clearly jerk off a lot.
I mean, yeah. No, but I've dreamt about
Sex.
coming, and I've never come physically.
I did in my. What?
Is everything okay?
Did someone just?
Fucking jerk off all over you, dude. In my sleep.
I felt like I heard the guy just. I processed that in my brain as just ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. I thought it just yelled ogre.
I pictured the mountain from Game of Thrones.
Okay. Here's a little piece of cultural.
Wait, are we getting off wet dreams? Or?
Well, I had one in my adulthood. I can't remember what I was dreaming of, but I remember I did actually finally, after years of reading about it in these textbooks and having
Textbooks?
your gym teacher tell you about it, that I was like, holy shit, I came in my sleep.
Wait, when was this? How long ago?
I was like in my 30s.
You didn't do it as a kid, though.
No, never, ever.
You didn't?
There wasn't anything available. Like, no way. The minute anything could happen down there, it was my full-time job.
Yeah.
Like, I just never turned back. One day Pam Dauber looked different on Mork and Mindy reruns, and it was just the next day, every pillow in my mom's apartment was a Target.
Yeah.
There wasn't a surface, there wasn't a fabric swatch that wasn't fucking just humped, like at first dry, because nothing, even before anything was coming out. I've talked about this before.
Wait, Camille, have you had wet dreams?
No, I always did preemptive strikes, and I actually, while my cousin was here in the show right before it, I told a 10-minute long story about when I first started masturbating, and I'll tell you the part that I didn't say, because he was here.
Director's cut.
Is Nader here?
He wouldn't say it if he
good.
was.
He's gone. Yeah, I know. Now he wants to know. The part I talked about the first time I masturbated and how I blacked out and came to.
Are you Sting?
I blacked out. I hadn't masturbated.
You blacked out and you came to.
Yeah.
You came also.
Yep.
Really good. That was really
I
good.
closed my eyes a boy and I opened them a man.
I mean, if you blacked out, you must have come 7 or 8. Okay, all right.
I literally, the part I didn't mention is that I had a very conservative Muslim upbringing. So I was like, when I first came, when I first masturbated, my body was had been waiting so long that when I came to, I swear this is completely true, I found out that this is true, I had hit the ceiling.
No!
Don't leave her hanging.
I swear.
You're a man now. Now. It was a low
I
ceiling.
swear, I woke up and I saw my Muslim repression dripping from the ceiling.
Wait, how?
I swear, and I thought it was going to be...
That's maybe 5 feet, right?
Are you being racist about the height of Pakistani ceilings?
Everyone knows you people sleep on the floor.
How
I'm
much
thinking
do you think it was?
if the average ceiling is 8 feet, I'm
Yeah.
picturing the average size ceiling.
He was in a
room.
bunk
And you're
bed.
sitting on a toilet, because he's in the bathroom. This part I know. So you're sitting on a toilet, that's...
So I'm even lower, dude. I'm hitting the ceiling from this height.
Okay.
Take a photo of that, by the way.
Sitting down?
It's I swear, I swear, I remember I had to stand on top of the toilet to like wipe it.
How old were you?
I was probably like 11. And I thought that, I was like, this is how it always is. So when I would like do it, I would like close my eyes and look away, but I have never been able to replicate the results. It dribbles out like
You
a
literally.
broken water
I find
pistol.
that. I find that incredibly remarkable. It's really something.
Listen, so did I.
Why do you think it is that men what is it? I guess the answer's in the question. I don't know. You why would we want to? There's ads for pills you can take that make you make there be more.
Make it gush?
Volume. We want it's enough to it's over the size thing. It's like that actually doesn't really make any sense logically, but it's like it just is what it is. But it's like funny that we also are like. Plus, everybody wants to. It's just kind of funny.
And I will say, speaking for women, for those men who are fucking women, we don't want that.
But
We don't want
You're
that.
not looking for geysers?
No.
But I think that women are so good at. Well, this I don't want to say women are good at anything, but like.
Yeah, because we're not.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That came out wrong.
No, that is so feminist of you.
Mr. Trump, my next question.
That is truly so feminist of you.
I'm such a feminist. I don't want to say women are good at anything.
And thank you, Dan. Thank you. Thank you for that.
There's a fine line.
Finally, somebody has the courage.
I'm a master of all worlds. I didn't want to make a sweeping statement about women, but I was just gonna say, like, women are so good and men are so fragile. Like, women are so good at like kind of intuiting. No, that's sexist. Intuiting. I think that all men have experienced like maybe a woman saying like, "Oh wow, that's a lot." And spinning it like, and we've been like, "Oh, that's good, huh?" Like I feel like it must.
Yeah, I feel like when it's not a lot, because maybe you have what did you call it, Camille, when you've
Dribbles out like a broken water
No,
pistol.
you've been preemptive strike. A lot of preemptive
Oh,
strikes.
preemptive
yeah.
strikes.
I've always felt that there was
You know, you can actually get pregnant with a preemptive strike.
Yes, sure.
Because there is some emptive strike.
Arguably more.
There's more.
I read a thing that says like you're because what you're doing is you're getting rid of overstock.com. Like if you like have one of those special days when you're like you don't have any phone calls till 2 and you're just like going to town, like you're arguably more fertile. I don't know. I thought I read something.
It feels weird to be talking about this and have Emily be like 2 feet lower than us.
It's tough to be a lady, guys. Wait, I'll say this. When I was a younger woman, I thought that a lot meant that I was really, like, they were really, like, into me.
Right.
And then now I realize they just haven't masturbated that recently. Now I get that. That's like a thing.
Do you think it's a million like variables? But do you think that you got that impression from men? Like do you think that a guy?
No, I just feel like no guy was ever like, that's for you, young lady. Like it wasn't. But I did think like, oh,
there's a little extra in there for you.
Yeah.
Get yourself something nice. like a replica of yourself that's half me.
Get yourself a nice baby.
Don't spend it all in one place.
A guy never made me feel that way, but I was like, oh, for me, all this? Like I did have that impression.
All this? That actually makes sense.
Yeah, right?
You feeling a weird amount of pride about the amount of...
And now I just realized it's meant that you've had phone calls all day.
Right. Yeah, 9 a.m. conference call.
Yeah.
Okay, so
if you're with a guy and he is a geyser, that's just a dude that has no phone calls.
It could be a guy.
No, it's a guy that has
Lots
all
of-
phone calls.
lots of
too many phone calls.
Very busy man, yeah. Very
It could
busy
be a
man.
guy that's very excited about you.
No, but even if he's excited, that really doesn't.
No, because if you just jerked off 3 times before she came over, it doesn't matter. You're still not gonna,
you're not going to make a bunch of baby.
Yeah, there's variables. It's all these things. I don't want anyone listening to this to add
I don't want
anxieties
anyone.
that they're having.
I don't want anyone listening to this.
Probably how much water you've had too. Sorry.
No, yeah, it's probably we'll find out in the year 2030 that it's like it's Skittles. You take 9 of them and then you'll.
I was at a bar. And suspend your disbelief for a moment. I was at a bar, and I ordered tequila with pineapple juice, and the bartender, the gal, goes, All
right, yeah, that thing, yeah.
Okay, now every time you order pineapple juice, they think that you're
trying to make your sperm taste good.
Exactly.
Yeah.